Why stay earthbound when prosperity awaits you in the stars? Come to Halcyon, the only colony on the edge of the frontier, owned and operated by corporations. A trip of 10 short years will feel like mere minutes, thanks to the comfort and safety of your very own hibernation chamber. You'll wake up in a perfect society designed to maximize your productivity, with guaranteed full employment. With only a minor term of service, you will become the master of your own destiny when you go out of this world to the Halcyon Colony.
Hundreds of thousands of colonists left to drift out here forever, just to keep from damaging the board's bottom line. Disgraceful. Quick on the draw. Oh, you look better than my anatomy chart. Nerve damage in your extremities. Nerve damage in your extremities. Cool-headed, and not just because you're frozen. You shouldn't have any trouble digesting our food. What I wouldn't pay to see you challenge the chairman to fisticuffs. We'll put those marksmanship scores to good use. I bet you're vicious with a tossball stick. A gunslinger. Oh, they're going to tell stories about you from here to Hephaestus. Reflexes of a bristling canid. I hear Monarch's in need of more game hunters. I'll have to ask you for a good Cystipig recipe. Looks to be your lucky day, my friend.
Please power down your engines. Prepare to be...
Not likely, bootlickers. Initiate skip jump.
Status. Structural integrity down 25%. Power levels down 10%. Skip drive
Shit.
inoperable.
Ah, there you are. Wondering what's going on, eh? Bit of bad news there, I'm afraid. Your colony ship was inexplicably knocked out of skip space and forced to complete its journey at sublight speeds. This means that you and every other colonist on the Hope have been in suspended animation for 70 years, give or take. Normally, reviving someone after so long leads to some quite horrifying results. It's called explosive cell death, but it's really more of a liquefaction. Something wrong? Oh, yes, well, not to worry. I've pumped your body full of a special concoction I devised to keep you from dying so horrifically. Hopefully at all, but I guess we'll see, yes? Unfortunately, I used the last of my chemical supplies saving you. I know it's a lot to ask, but I must have your help securing more if we're to save the rest of your fellow colonists. I'd see it done myself, of course, but the board has a sizable bounty on my head. Now, my ship is inoperative, but I've managed to hire a smuggler to help you out. He'll be... Oh, I see we're in position. Good luck! Can you hear me? Is this thing working? Ah, there you are. Now, where were we? Oh, yes, the smuggler. His name is Hawthorne, and he should be waiting for you at the landing site. He's to be your chauffeur, so to speak. Not to worry, I'm told he's a specialist. Dashing gunslinger, one-of-a-kind ship, that sort of thing. You'll like him, I'm sure. I've also outfitted you with a simple wireless monitor, so I can track your progress. I'll check in with you as soon as you land. Good luck. All the colonists are counting on you.
Good. Hawthorne should be close by. What in law's name? Is that him? Oh, that idiot. I told him to plant the beacon and move away, not stand there holding it. Oh well, no sense in letting his ship go to waste. Hawthorne won't mind you taking his ship. Better you than the board, huh? Not sure I trusted the fellow. Might have gone after the bounty on my head. Shame about the whole squashing thing. Nasty way to go. frozen for a while. There's bound to be unforeseen side effects.
Hey, you, come here. You've tried the best now. Now try the rest. Spacer's choice. Oh, law, that stings. Looks like the bleeding stopped. I owe you one. Hope you don't mind me omitting this little exchange from my report. Spacer's choice doesn't like us accepting outside help. Oh, we're all part of the Spacer's Choice family here. Not that I deserve to be. Can't even deliver a company slogan. We were out on patrol. I saw a marauder camp up in the hills. Thought I could take him. Then my gun misfired. Right through my side. I mean, what are the odds of that, right? Just barely scraped by with my life. Crawled in here and blocked off the exit with those canisters. Spacer's Choice policy clearly stipulates that dead and as good as dead are two completely different properties of matter. Unless I'm dead, I'm contractually obligated to attend to my post. I will report that illegally grounded spacecraft if it is the last thing I do. See those canisters by the entrance? Marauders come sniffing around in here, and I can take them all out with a single shot. Not bad, huh? Yeah, okay. You look like you know your way around a gun. Got some spare ammo, not counting the bullet in my side. Here, you can have my saber too, for patching me up and all. All Spacer's Choice weapons are now 30% less likely to malfunction. You've tried the best, now try the rest. Spacer's Choice. Yes, nailed it that time. You hit your head or something? You're in Emerald Vale. We're a Spacer's Choice community. Edgewater's a little ways down. Prettiest place in the Vale. Be sure to stop by a provisioner's for a can of our famous salt tuna. The Hope? Is that some sort of fancy new drug? Are you with Auntie Cleo or something? Don't take this the wrong way or nothing, but I'm not allowed to fraternize with Cleo workers. Company policy. You hit your head or something? You're in Emerald Vale. We're Edgewater's a...
Damn it, my ears! Oh, what just happened? Can you hear me? What in the hell? This...
over here before you get yourself killed.
Please be informed that this vessel contains no valuable plunder. Unauthorized access of spacefaring vessels is a... Hello, Marauder. I am Ada, the autonomous digital astrogator of this vessel. Please be informed that I am authorized to use violent retribution against unwanted solicitors. Please return any misappropriate... I detect an elevated heart rate, indicating dishonesty. Jettison procedures initiated. Disengaging air. You are still here. My deception protocols have failed. I have been programmed. This vessel is the registered property of Captain Alex Hawthorne. I am incapable of accepting orders from anyone other than... I understand. I will require... I am programmed to take orders exclusively from Captain Hawthorne. If I... Well done, Captain Hawthorne. I see your powers of deductive reasoning remain intact. Unfortunately, our engine is currently inoperable. Our main drive suffered... The main drive's power regulator has been irreparably damaged and must be replaced. Astutely observed. However, the probability of locating a power regulator within a worker settlement falls within acceptable parameters of... High-capacity power regulators are sometimes employed in the electrical networks of worker settlements. I have taken the liberty of printing you a new Captain's Identity cartridge. Please try not to lose it this time. This cartridge identifies you, Alex Hawthorne, as the registered proprietor and captain of the Unreliable. Do you understand? Best of luck in your search.
Say, this wouldn't happen to be your ship, would it? Because you sure walked in it like it was your ship. And if this ship is yours, well, mister, you owe Spacer's Choice a hefty fine. I'm afraid we gotta dock your pay. Oh, by the law. I'm so sorry. I had no idea we had an inspector coming. If you'd like to speak with my manager, I report to Constable Reyes in Edgewater. Edgewater's not too far. Just follow the road. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to inspect the crime scene before I make my report.
Huh?
Whoa, hey, where'd you come from? Don't go ambling out in those hills. That's Marauder territory, friend. Your pod? What are you on about? You take a bruise to the cranium? Ain't safe out here. You'd best head into town. Avail yourself of Edgewater's high walls. And low prices. Pleased to make your acquaintanceship. I'd shake your hand, but I've been hauling corpses. You don't want... Name's Silas. Definitely not the junior in humor, that's for sure. If you've got business inquiries, you should stop by Reed Thompson's office. He's up in the tower above the cannery. Look, you obviously ain't a worker. What's your... Edgewater is a company town, board-owned and operated. That includes the cemetery. None of us own... Renting means money. Money means paperwork. Paperwork means signatures. Some of our families become a mite delinquent in paying their dues, you see? 4 workers still haven't paid up. Phyllis, Conrad, Ludwig, and Martin Abernathy. He's a special case. You may want to twist his arm a little. Conrad's got a barbershop in town. Phyllis works at the cannery most hours. Abernathy... You'll find him in town. All except Ludwig, that is. Yeah? You could look at it that way, I suppose. But you'd be wrong. We're so... Every now and again... Hang on. Work's been real good. Former. Oh no. They are after the most precious loot of all. If those marauders swipe any more bodies out of my cemetery, company's gonna...
Huh? What? I wasn't dozing off. Beats working at the gym. I could really go for some solitude.
Huh? What?
Another day at the cannery.
Don't go knocking your work. At least we've got work.
You read the latest report?
Only the part that says...
I don't know you. Amelia Kim, Spacer's Choice Beverage Dispenser. I don't know what you're about, but this here's a Spacer... You really think so? That's kind of you. Guess I misreckoned you. Sorry about that. I can get you a drink if you'd like. Gotta ask you to enjoy your beverage within the premises, though. Coming right up. Oh, I almost forgot. I'm contractually off. Plague got you feeling woo? Do you now? And what makes you think Mr. Thompson wants to talk to you? You want to talk to Mr. Thompson, try ignoring your duties. He'll summon you. It is a good... Go ahead. Ugh, is this the start of a joke? Most folk forget where they're standing after a few drinks. Anyhow, my world is these four... Let me make something clear. Spacer's Choice has... I start gallivanting around. There you go with that thinking again. I've said enough. If they wanted to face their... I don't see how that's any... And there's no need for...
Heard something outside the walls today.
Wonder if the plague's ever gonna...
I'm sorry. I'll just be a minute.
You had him there.
I need you to explain this with less the grease. Seems we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning. You were saying, Miss Holcomb.
It's just what Bess needs is a proper refurbish. I can bandage her up and what all, but she's just... old.
And I do wish you'd stop referring to our cannery as Bess. Personification of company property is strictly contrary to the Spacer's Choice Code of... My apologies. I am not in the habit of allowing my guests to witness such a row. I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I cannot help... Yes, so it dawns on me. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process. There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way. I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there. The people living in the botanical labs, they're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home. Good law, no, I don't want you killing anyone, least of all. My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince... Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power... Adelaide's older than the other deserters. She's dignified. I am asking you to help us survive. We belong to one community.
My dad told me all about the plant. I mean, if that's all.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb. You will need an administrative passcode in order to enter the plant. I am trusting you with mine, and trusting Miss Holcomb to guide you if you'd like.
Great! I got my wrenches and...
Well, I am glad to...
I'm on my way. We better clear out of Mr. Thompson's office before we talk. Hey, mister, can we... Can we talk? Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along. It's just... Oh, he ain't a liar. He believes it. It's just... he doesn't always... To Mr. Top... Life's hard here. I think you should talk to the... about if what Mr. Thompson proposes to do, and maybe it's just an idea. The mission's on the east side of town. Thanks, Mr. I just think when you gotta make a decision that'll... That's what my dad...
Yep, be right over.
I've always felt weird in here. It's too clean.
Yes, what is it? And Ms. Holcomb is...
Just tagging along.
I so... Not to put too fine a point on it, but you're... Oh, pretty...
It's just... There's...
Oh, nothing could be further from... I'm simply bemoaning the level of spiritual... Yes, but there are few who hear me in this I must double my... Yes, and thank you for pointing it out. They who are not satisfied with their work are satisfied with nothing. No? How about, work fortifies the spirit? The OSI teaches that the Order of Scientific Inquiry, you don't talk to the Grand Architect. Once the universe was set in motion, it stepped back. We will... I would... Sir.
But what?
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and... I can't imagine what would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. Depriving them of safety from the marauders and wildlife. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you... Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater. Not if things are left to stand. If you don't mind a bit of unsolicited advice. The marauders I met when I ventured outside the walls might agree with you. Bastards snuck up on me while I was dutifully hunting for a banned book in a collector's barely escaped. If you manage... It's a handwritten journal. A faded blue cover with the name M'Bakono. What? No! I don't... I just want to... On the contrary, my position means that I am one of the few legally allowed to possess such items. I can assure you, you won't find an... Glad we see eye to eye. Thank you. If...
Mr. Thompson. I'm fine. Whoa, did Mr. Thompson send you? Well, you tell Mr. You some sort of wandering alienist? What? What? No. I mean, Silas knows, doesn't he? That's why he sent you. That's why he wants... Sounds like he's already told you. You may as well hear it. I'm dying. I'm not long for this world. The date of my expiration is fast approaching. And soon I shall be ushered through the great...
Don't say that, Mr. Abernathy.
I'd steer clear, Ms. Holcomb. It's play. I'll pay your fees. I don't want any trouble from Silas. But if you could see a way to freelancing for me, I could really use that. There's a cache of anthracillin I need you to break. You oblige me with your haste. I think I feel the plague spreading. Oh, Lord. Just keep your head down when you're in there. Marauders have taken over. I know that. Read what a...
You're making a mistake working for Abernathy.
I cut my own hair. But Conrad sells...
Please don't touch anything. Physical hygiene. No, thank you. That's quite all right. I've seen enough body parts in my line of work. You will...